Welcome back. My name is Autumn and this is my 2018 Chevy Camaro ZL1, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things I love about this car. And if you guys have not seen it yet, in my recent video I talked about the top 5 things that I hate about it. So today we're going to be talking about all of the good things. So starting off with number 1, which is the most obvious I feel like for the ZL1, and my personal favorite, is that it is a supercharged 6.2 liter LT4. So I'm gonna open up the hood and show you guys what I'm talking about. So as I was saying, the best thing about the ZL1 is the supercharged V8, as you guys can see. And the coolest thing about the ZL1 is that from the factory, this comes with 650 horsepower, which is a pretty good amount, obviously. Mine happens to have 750, so it's a little bit more, just a little bit, but that's definitely one of the best things about this car, is that the power that it makes, and not only that, is the whine that the supercharger gives you. It sounds so good. That is definitely the top thing about the ZL1. Moving on to number 2 is the front end that you get on the 6th gen ZL1. So obviously, as you guys know, the 5th to 6th gens had a facelift, and this is what they came up with. And the cool thing about the ZL1s that I want to note, you guys, is that the 2023s, like SS's, Camaro SS's, look different than the 2023 ZL1s. So what I love about the ZL1 is that it did not change. Like with the years, it still has this same front end. So I will insert a clip to show you guys what I'm talking about to compare the 2023 SS to the 2023 ZL1, but that is definitely like my favorite thing, because I love the way that this bumper looks. It's super aggressive, and like the SS's have like a, what I call it, it looks like a panda. It just doesn't look aggressive, and it's like more like rounded out and stuff. So yeah, this is definitely one of the top things about the ZL1s, and it's really cool that they didn't change the look. I think it's pretty obvious they didn't change the look because the ZL1s just need to look better, and I think that they know that this just looks better. So moving on to number 3, which is kind of continuing on from what I was just talking about, is the aggressive look of the ZL1. So obviously overall the Camaro body style is super aggressive with all the body lines that you get, and especially is the 1LE package. So as you guys can see, I have the 1LE parts on my car. So that comes with the canards that you guys see in the front, the front splitter. The front splitter isn't exactly too different than the regular ZL1. And then the front splitter for the 1LE actually connects into the 1LE grille. So this is all gonna be satin, and that is a huge difference. Adding on from the front end for the 1LE package, you guys also get the carbon fiber ZL1 1LE wing, and this by far is like my favorite thing about the ZL1. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. So personally, I think that the 1LE wing is the best part about this whole 1LE package on the car. Not only does it make the car look super aggressive, it's also carbon fiber, and who doesn't love carbon fiber? But yeah, I think it just looks really good on the car, and it's gonna make your car stand out from all of the other Camaro models because they obviously do not come with this wing. Okay, so moving on to number 4 is the interior in general, and definitely the Alcantara that you get in the ZL1. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. So when you look in the interior of the ZL1, you have the Alcantara in the door panel. And then you guys get the Alcantara seats, obviously, as you guys can see, and these are also ventilated, which is super nice, especially when you live in Arizona like I do, and it is 112 degrees out and you're dying, and you need to have the ventilated seats on. So that's another nice thing about the ZL1, and the comfort that you get in it, even though it is a sports car. So that's really cool. And then you get Alcantara on the steering wheel. Obviously my steering wheel is aftermarket, but for the stock ZL1s, you guys get the whole steering wheel is actually Alcantara, so that's super nice. And then you get the Alcantara on the knee pads right here, and then the armrest. So mine is actually aftermarket because it has the performance one. That actually comes from the factory if you guys did want to switch that out, but either way it comes with the Alcantara armrest which is super, super cool. So overall, the Alcantara is definitely one of the best things about the interior of the ZL1, and not only that, it comes with red stitching as well, as you guys can see, and I think that's actually pretty sick. The red definitely gives it a good touch. So not only is the Alcantara and red stitching the best thing about the interior of the ZL1, but also the ambient lighting that you guys get. And I think this is pretty cool because you guys can change the colors. So obviously, as you guys can see, mine is purple to match the exterior of my car. But I think the ambient lighting is just super, super cool to have, and it's not like you get that in every car. So that's super nice. Moving on to number 5, last but not least, is the road presence of the ZL1 and how it grabs everyone's attention on the road. The best thing about owning this car, and since I've owned it, is the feeling that you get when you have someone stop and take a picture of your car or take a video, and just the attention that it gets overall. It's honestly like the best feeling, especially when it's your car. I feel like the ZL1 is pretty rare. You don't see many of them on the street, at least I don't, and people around me don't. You see a bunch of Camaro SS's and RS's and stuff like that, but you don't really see many ZL1s. So when you do see a ZL1 and you see that there is a ZL1 badge on it, it is pretty cool to see. And not only that, is that the ZL1 makes a super loud whine, so that already grabs everyone's attention. So obviously mine is purple, so it attracts attention already, but no matter what color ZL1 you have, it's gonna grab attention, and people might even hear it before they even see it, because it does sound so, so good. And you have the supercharger whine, which you obviously don't get on any of the other Camaro models. But yeah, that's definitely by far one of the best things about this car, and I think it's just like the feeling that you get having the car is what makes it so great. So obviously, as you guys can tell, the ZL1 is my absolute favorite, and these are all of the things I absolutely love about my car. And I hope this video inspired you guys to go out and get a ZL1, and I don't even want to hear you guys say that you can't get one, because you can do whatever you put your mind to. So that's it.